Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Sealy P. It's Monday the 11th of July. We have a cornucopia of new mods. We have some updates to the map Chainsaw Valley by FSG Modding FSG the map Piney Run by Poorboy, the Kubota Equipment Pack by Iconic, the New Holland T7 series by Blauer, the Massey Ferguson 5400 series by AMG Gaming and Bullet Bill, the Dewport PTW 12,500, yes, and the Dutch by Dutch Modding Inc. and the low cost silos by ER Shabba, VSR Modding Sur. Straight on, we've got tons to get through. In front of me, we've got the BigBags as default. This is by Raster R3 Modding. So this isn't a tangible mod in so much as you can't pick it up, buy it, touch it. Once installed, what it does, normally if you buy a big bags of anything and you put them into a seeder, fertilizer, spreader, whatever it might be, when you then unload it, if you've got the ability to unload it, unloads to pallets. If you don't like handling pallets or you want to be dealing with big bags, you install this mod and it will or should keep those things that are big bags as big bags. It does say on the list of things. So we're unloading seed, fertilizer, lime, salt, pig food. By default, big bags will be used. This will affect all vehicles and even factories that do not specify otherwise. So if you like your big bag work, happy days. So I've just grabbed a fertilizer spreader. We just fill it up from the two big bags that I bought. Now, just to show you that it does what it says on the tin. So like I say, normally when you would unload, you get pallets of fertilizer, not big bags. Unload it, big bags back again. So if big bags are your thing, you might want to install this mod. It is 0.02 megabytes download, and there's no sort of slot count really. It's just whatever the pallets and stuff are that you, or big bags that you normally use. So that's by Raster R3 Modding. Next we have got this. This is the Schoema Weight Pack. This is by VertexDezign, 4.2 megabytes download. The slot counts are 1, 1, 1, and 2. This is the one that is 2. A few different options on these. This one's got lights. We've got a 3-point link attacher on it as well, so you can use it as a weight but still attach things to it. You'll find them under weights. So we've got the 500 kilo, the 850, 1200, and then the 2000. Options on this, main colour, still got a kind of 3-point link attached on there. That one, same colour. This one, actually I thought there was other options on this. No, it's just the colour option, isn't it? And then this one's a little bit different. So it starts at 800 kilo. You can have 1000, 1200, 1400, 1600, 1800 or 2000 kilos. Lights, yes or no. Attachers, standard, packer or 3-point link. Then we can change the main colour on this one, which does the framework, and then the weights under design. And it's a weight with a 3-point link. Quite straightforward, really. The Schoema Pack by VertexDezign. Next, we've got the Selfmade Bale fork. This is by Maxter, 2.51 megabytes download. These are one slot each. We've got a standard one and we've got a dynamic attach one. These you'll find under Bale. No, hang on, these weren't under Bale loaders. They're under Frontloader tools. There we go. So we've got Bale spike will cost you 800. Then they're both 800. The Bale fork dynamic mount. Options on these are identical, so you can have standard or with support. Square bale 1, square bale 2, round bale 1, round bale 2. Front loader and 3-point link attacher, so it will do both. Telehandler or back. Main colour does the frame. Support colour, as you might imagine, does the support. And then tines colour does the tines. Quite straightforward, really. Difference between the two: on the front one, we can raise and lower like so. We can do it by using L1 and circle as well if we want to. We've got our adjustment like so. The rear one, it says detach bale. So as it stands at the moment, the bale is attached. It won't come off. It's kind of like having straps, really, I suppose, if you look at it like that. If we switch to the back one, the L1 and detach bale, it will drop through kind of an auto load, sort of, because if I just go up to it now, I suppose kind of straps and auto load all in one really. So if we go to that and then attach bales, it's now on there as a weight. So yeah, I mean, if you want that, it's up to you. That's what it does, that's how it works. That's the self-made bale fork by Maxter. Next we have got these. This is the Lizard 240 to 275 front loaders by FarmerBoy. 9.5 megabytes download, 3 slots each, and there are quite a few of these. These are really nicely detailed front loader attachers. They go from the 240 all up to the 275. There's about 6 or 7, I'm trying to think how many there are now. All slightly different lengths. So for the smaller tractors, you want the smaller ones, and you gradually work you up to the very large ones like this. But like I say, detailing on them is brilliant. So you'll find these under front loaders, starting the 240, 250, 260, 245, 255, 265, 275. So they're all just slightly different sizes really. That's basically what it is. The weight of them does change if you look further down, and obviously the horsepower requirements, because the smaller ones don't require as much horsepower to operate. 60 horsepower 540 kilo, 70 horsepower 540, 80 horsepower 540, then we go up to 570 kilos, 60 horsepower required, 580 kilo, 70 horsepower, 80 horsepower at 590, then the 275 is 620 kilos and requires 120 horsepower to operate. So yeah, options all of these. We can have hoses, yes or no. So if you don't want hoses, you don't have to. Angle display, you can have the angle display, the rod that moves, so when you're adjusting the head you can see, well, it says that, I'm never particularly good at doing that. And then main colour option, it's the same on each one, like so. We'll hop in, start her up. So if you look at the rod just to the left, as you tilt it, you should be able to tell when you're level. Now that's not, is it? That's what I mean. It says it's the level guide, but if you put it when the rod's just out, that's not level. I suppose by the time it gets to the bottom, I don't know, I'm just rubbish at using them. Anyway, so there we are. The Lizard 240 275 front loaders by FarmerBoy. Next we have got the Bressel and Lade. Bressel and Lade, depends how you want to say it. These are the high tip shovel pack by VertexDezign, 6.26 megabytes download. We've got the L67, which is this one here, and the L71. The L67, they're both 2 slots you'll find under front loader tools, and the L71 you'll find under wheel loader tools. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger, and we've got some configuration options on these too. So if we go to the first one, front loader tools, the L67 is there, 7,625. 2 slots comes down to 1. We can go from 1,900 litre, 2,090, 2,480, 2,730 litres. Front loader attacher or telehandler. And then main colour, any one of those. Then the other one, as I said, you'll find under wheel loader tools. The L71, 4,600 litre, 5,290, 5,400 or 6,210. This is telehandlers or wheel loaders, unless you've got various different adapters. There are adapters available, and the same options on colour, like so. Start it up. So, especially with the telehandler, or even with the wheel loader, when you think about the height you can get, and when you get to where you're going, you've got the high tip function. Very handy, nice smooth animation, nicely detailed mods. Do the job they are intended to do. The Bressel and Lade high tip shovel pack by VertexDezign. Next we've got these. This is the Universal Trailer Pack. Sorry, the Universal Header Trailer Pack by JMZ or JMZ. 2.18 megabytes download. We've got 4 slots for, weirdly, 4 slots for the 6 meter plus. Oh no, that's right, 4 slots and 3 slots for the 5 meter. So this one will do headers of 5 meters or under. This one will do 6 meters plus, and this one does adjust the back section. So if you've got a longer one, it will extend further out, which I'll show you in just a second. But you'll find these under header trailers. They're not too expensive. 1,000 for the 6 meter plus, 850 for the 5 meter. Options the same on both. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. rim colour, anything on that palette, and then license plate option if you want one. What we'll do, start it up, and as you'll see with this longer one, L1, R1, and right stick up and down, I can push that one further out so we can put longer headers on there. Now it's not going to take like 45-foot headers, I don't know. Don't think it will. And with all header trailers, once you start to drive off, they lock down anyway. But yeah, there you go. Header trailers. So that's the Universal Header Trailer Pack by JMZ. Down to the field we go. Down here we start with this. This is the Outhouse. This is by OmaTana. 1.4 megabytes download, 5 slots. It will cost you 500. You'll find it under build mode and productions. Can we go to productions? So it's only 500. There you go on the end. But what this does is, when people are using the facilities, you can bring other substances to this to create things. So you're mixing your, so you can bring wood chips, you can bring straw, and you can bring water. If I click onto here, you'll see it takes 1 million litres of each, so straw, wood chips or water. That mixes with whatever else is in the toilet, and you can produce straw manure, wood chip manure, or water slurry. So it waters down, and you can produce slurry just by adding water to it. So we click that on, click that on, click that on. You'll get manure, or you'll get slurry from using the outhouse. So if you've got like a communal toilet, bathroom, washroom, depends how you want to refer to it. Now it only does 24 cycles per month, so it's not going to be the fastest thing ever. It's actually not doing anything yet. I thought that would have clicked over to something by now. But we will get there at some point. So yeah, I mean that's what it does. You bring your stuff, you put it in, and then when you want to take your slurry out or your manure out, you come and collect it, and out it comes. I'm going to come back to that because it's running, isn't it? They all say they're running. Yeah, we'll come back to it, see what happens. So there you go. That's the Outhouse by OmaTana. Next, this makes a welcome return. Now, obviously, I'm on No Man's Land, the new version of No Man's Land, which is the same as the old version. Not the same as, but you know what I mean. It's got the water table quite low. So this is the Shed with Hydraulic Control by DD ModPassion. 0.66 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. 24 grand, you'll find it under build mode and sheds. And the beauty with this is, if I come to here, obviously on No Man's Land you can use it as a car wash if you want to, just give your vehicles a bit of a dunk. I suppose you could put oil in there, just give it a big oil bath kind of thing. So yeah, it's just a 2-tier storage shed really. You can put stuff on the top, put stuff on the bottom, you can have it like that, and then you just raise and lower it to put your stuff on or off. Like I say, the only problem with No Man's Land is because of the how low the water table is, as you'll see now. It always looks like it's a swimming pool. You won't find that on whatever map you're on, but you're going to need a fairly flat surface to place it. It's under build mode and sheds, 24 grand. So if space is at a premium, a double deck storage shed works out quite well really. That's the Shed with Hydraulic Control by DD ModPassion. Moving on, we've got 2 sets of bunker silos. These are by, let's say Kobe, could be Cozy, KO3Y. So the first one is the medium bunker silo. Nicely detailed, nice weathering, tyres around the side. I haven't filled these to capacity at all. I haven't put anything in them, but they are silage clamps for putting in your chaff or your grass, and then covering, as you'll see when we go in. There you go, field level chaff. And then the next one is the SMB silage silo pack, also by Cozy. That one is 2.25 megabytes download, 3 slots. That will cost you 25 grand, and you'll find it under silos. This one, or this is part of the pack, 1.94 megabytes download. They're all 2 slots each, and there are quite a few of them. So if we go into our build mode and go to silos, and we scroll across. So actually we went past the medium one. That one is just there. So the one that's highlighted just over to the left, medium bunker silo, like I said, 25 grand. And as long as the ground's flat, you can place it. That's that one there. And then we come across, and we've got quite a few here. So we have got a 40 by 9 closed at one end. We've got a 30 by 9 closed at one end. We've got a 20 by 9 closed at one end. 20 by 9 open both ends. 30 by 9, open both ends, 40 by 9, open both ends. So whichever ones you want to choose. They will only move at 90-degree angles. You can't move in increments other than that. And yeah, they work as a silage clamp does and should. There you go. The SMB silage silo pack and the medium bunker silo by Kobe. I'm going to say Kobe. Next, we have got the quad transport. This is making a return as well. This does have an addition to it. So, this is by Cyril Modding 88, 3.14 megabytes download, 2 slots and 3 slots. So we've got the front or rear loading one, however you want to put it on. That's a lot of weight to put on the front 3-point link, but you might want to. And this is adjustable, so you can put quads on it. You can probably put lawnmowers and other bits and bobs, very, very small tractors, possibly. This one does have a tension strap now, and with the FS22 locking script for tension straps, that keeps them, very nice and tidy. And then on the back, we've got a quad transport trailer, or you can have it as almost like a flatbed. I have straps as well, so you can load all sorts of stuff on it. It doesn't have to just be quads if you don't want to. These you'll find, where were they? They were under low loaders. So the front, it says front quad transport. I say it's quite a lot of weight, but 1,200, and the quad trailer only 1,000, which is pretty cool. So you can change the main colour, change to the framework, and then the quad trailer, we can have Lizard, Nokian, Continental, back again. Under Continental, we've got the choice of Standard or Standard 2 for the wheels, and then we've got the back, or on the top, sorry, quad ramp or solid floor. So if you want to put pallets and things like that, or bales, whatever you want on it, you might want to go for the solid floor instead. Then we've got main colour, also does the framework, like so. License plate option on this one, if you should choose. So what we'll do, we'll hop in, and on the front, L1 and right stick side to side will make it smaller. So if you've got a smaller vehicle on, you can. And up and down, we'll do the ramps that side. Right one, we can do the same with stick side to side, and the ramps up and down. L1 and R1 and right stick side to side, we can widen it or narrow it depending on what you're going to put on it. So possibly for transport you might want it really narrow, and then when you get to where you're going you adjust it to the size of whatever you're putting on it. Like I said, it's got a strap as well. Very nice. And then on the back, I will be honest that we have got a Mahindra in the mods today. When I put it on here, it went on fine to start off with, but the back or the front, whichever one it was, it just kept wanting to slide round. I'm not sure why it was doing it. I adjusted the width, and once I adjusted the width to exactly the right width for the Mahindra, it was fine. So that might be, you just need to adjust it to make sure it's absolutely spot on. And then the rear one, like I say, we've got straps on and off. L1 and right stick side to side, sorry, up and down, we'll do that. And this will go past ground level, so if you've got a bit of a hill or a ramp or whatever you want to do, you can adjust it to just where you want to go. It does have lights on it too, and indicators. So there you go. Very handy indeed. The Quad Transport by Cyril Modding 88. Moving on from there, this is all very nice. Very cool and very fancy. This is the Dry Corn Add-on by Fusion Simulation, 27.19 megabytes download. We have in this pack a silo. This is the drying silo. Then we have various tanks. We have a single tank, we have a double tank, and then we have a horizontal tank. Now these can be adjusted to take, well they do take different things. You can fill them. So this one, did I fill this one or not? Yeah, it's got liquid fertilizer in it. So you can fill it from here yourself. Obviously there's no more room in this one. Propane or liquid fertilizer, this one will take. If we come to the end where you've got the exclamation mark, you can change the decal. So if I press next decal, or previous, come on, work. Why is that working? Probably, there we go. So if you keep your finger on it, previous or next, so that's switched back to propane. So let's do propane or liquid fertilizer. Do next, keep your finger on it for about 2 or 3 seconds and it will automatically change it over. And that's the same with these ones here as well. That one's got methane in it. This will do methane or propane. That will do methane or propane. And you need propane to run this dryer. So that's what you're basically buying in here. So again, you can change the decals on this if you want to. keep it on that. So it's changed it to methane, although it has got propane in it, so I'll switch it back. And again, you can buy it. It is full. So this one holds 10,000 litres, that holds 20,000 litres, and that holds 40,000 litres. Very handy. We've also got a sell point that comes with this pack, which is just over there. We'll have a look at all these in the store in just a moment. Slot counts on all these. The silo, the drying silo, is 19 slots, and we'll set you back 150,000, I think it is. The sell point is 13 slots, and we'll set you back 65,000. The silos slot count are 11 slots, 14 slots, and 6 slots, I think. We'll have to look at the prices because I didn't write those down. But also, there's a required mod that comes with this to help you to transport the propane, and that is, and it downloaded automatically when I downloaded the mod, the Lizard MKV or Mark V, Mark 5 Universal Tank Trailer Pack by DS Agrar Service Castor Flui Stephen alias W7K. Bit of a mouthful, I know, but with that pack installed, you can get one of their tankers, and it will allow you to transport the propane from your tanks where you're storing it to your facility. Now, when we go to the facility and click on it, we can dry our corn down. That's the point of it. Now, it does also say future improvements will include additional dried corn usages. At the moment, you can just take your corn, dry it down, and you get a better price for it. So if I stick that on, have I got anything from there? Oh, there we go. Look, the manure and slurry is producing. It's just slow. It just takes a little bit of time. Probably could do with the cycles per month turned up a bit on that, maybe. I don't know, depends how you look at it. So that will dry your corn down. Now it's 3 million litres of corn it will take, 50,000 litres of propane to run it. It will store 1.5 million litres of dried corn. If we go and look at our price menu, so our regular corn was sitting at, I'm not too sure what the regular corn was sitting at, let's go and find out, shall we? So regular corn is selling at 732, 746, 728. If we come down to our dried corn, once we've run it through the system, 1,114, 1,136, 1,122. So you're getting a better price for drying your corn. And like it says, in future updates, there's going to be more stuff that you'll be able to do with the dried corn. So the silo you'll find under productions, just there, 150,000 for the dry corn add-on mod. If we then go to sell points, the dry corn add-on supermarket with dry corn, that one there. It will sell everything else, so that if you want to use that supermarket instead, you can use that. It will do the dry corn plus everything else you would normally do, which is great. And then if we come from there to buildings and containers, there we go. So the 10,000 litre tank is 10 grand, the 20,000 litre tank is 17,500, and the 40,000 litre tank is 25,000. That's all of them, I think, isn't it? Yeah, the tanker pack has been out a while anyway. I'm not reviewing that per se. That is just a required mod. So that will gradually dry itself down. At the moment, we've got 400. Well, it's still climbing. It's got quite a good speed on it. Look at the recipe. There you go, 1,440 cycles per month. So you'll get through it at a fair pace if you want to dry your corn down. So it's another process to do with a few different attachments, a few things to use. I think it's rather cool. Moving on from here, we have got this. This is the Handcrafted Vibration Cultivator by FarmerBoy, 2.07 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It's a shallow cultivator. You will find it under cultivators. 2,300, that's all. Slot count will come down to 1. Only requires 70 horsepower. We can change the main colour to orange. I think that was the only option. There's a black there, no. And then design colour, we can have red or black. So those are your options. We have to unfold it first. Drop it down. It says, there we go. There we go. Shallow cultivation, shouldn't bring these stones up. Or does shallow cultivation bring up small stones? I've said it a few times now, on my test map, this one that I do the mod reviews on, I've got stones turned off because it can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Anyway, so there we go. That's fairly straightforward, that one. That was, did I say how, is that 3 meters? I didn't even say what the meterage on it was. 3.5 meters. Sorry for the 3 meter cultivator. aficionados. So handcrafted vibration cultivator by FarmerBoy. Next we have got the trailer scissors. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sur. Seems to be a competition to provide the largest capacity potential, but this has got a really unusual unload, hence scissor trailer. It is 6.42 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. You'll find it under trailers, just there. 68 grand, that's all for the base model. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. No options within those, just those tyre choice options. Then we've got body vinyl standard. You can have with vinyls, which puts that edging round, so you can have it like that. So you can have it just plain or with that nice edging. I quite like that, a bit of a Tron effect to that. Then you can have national flag, so standard, USA flag, Spain, England, Brazil, Argentinian, German, back to standard again. Mud flap decals, so depending on what you're hauling this with, you can have standard, MAN, Mack, Lizard, or back. Then capacity standard at 42,000 litres or Unreal at 300,000 litres. I know. Main colour, anything on that palette. We've got standard colours and mattes in these. So whichever one you want to go for. And then you've got options on the design colour, which does the framework at the bottom, like that. Then the vinyl colour, so the little edging, pinstriping I guess you might refer to it as. You can change that pinstriping edging as well. Then rim colour. At the bottom we'd have a chrome, a grey, a white, but we can pick whatever you want for your colour there. And then license plate option 2. So let's have a look at this opening because it is fascinating. I've never really seen anything like this before. So L1, R1 and unload here. That's crazy, isn't it? Very cool though. And also, like I said, if you go for the Unreal, 300,000 litre capacity too, if you want it. So there we go. That's the trailer scissors by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sur. Engine off. On to the next one. We have got this. This is the Bergmann HT65 pack by AgrarModding. It is 17.37 megabytes download, 12 slots for the tanker, 7 slots for the dolly. So it can be used on the field or with farms with tractors if you want. Then if you're doing longer distance hauling, you can take the dolly away and you can attach it up with a lorry semi and drive it as a trailer like that. Very nicely detailed this, loads of detail on it. Rear trailer hitch 2. I'll be honest, I haven't tried hooking anything up to that. I don't see why it wouldn't work, but very nice trailer. You'll find this also under trailers. So the HCW65, part of this pack. 98 grand for the base model. We've got the option of BKT, Vredestein, standard or standard 2, Michelin, Trelleborg, back to BKT again. We can have under the fenders, checker plate or galvanized. You can have with or without metering rollers inside. Then you've got cover, yes or no, and a license plate option too. I went for the cover. Those are your options. And then for the dolly, you'll find it under dollies. It's not too expensive either, I don't think. 9 grand, pretty much like just a slight variation on that one, really. Options on this: Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein. And then under Michelin, we've got wide and wide 2. I think there's the only one that's got an option. Oh no, Vredestein, we've got wide and wide 2. Without fender, with fender, rim colour, any one of those, and a license plate option 2. So let's start it up. We do have under L1 and right stick side, so if you're doing silaging or something like that, we can raise and lower that front section so the spout nozzle from a forage harvest or whatever can spray into there a little bit easier. Unloads nice and tidy. Cover open and closed. If you've got a cover, you might not have the cover on it. When we unload, it automatically puts the cover away. Floor rolls and it unloads. So it's not a tipping one. There we go. That's the Bergmann HT65 pack by AgrarModding. Next we have got this. This is the Lizard Tri-Axle Log Trailer by Hallbilt MFG and Ham, H-A-M. I know that's how you spell it, but it might be H-A-M, not Ham. I'm saying Ham, but there we go. Hallbilt trailers. It is, where it is on my list, 6.09 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. You will find it under forestry equipment. Just in 180 grand. Slot count will come down to 1. We've got option to change the main colour to anything on that palette. Didn't really change it much, so there we go. And then rim colour option, we've got a chrome, stainless steel, zinc, and then pretty much the standard sort of colours that we often get. It does have tension straps across it. See those? Just there. It doesn't tip or anything. It's just a log trailer. It does the log thing. Don't disconnect from it. I did. There we go. There you go. Tension straps are off. And round detach. The leg comes out. Landing gear, however you want to refer to it. And it's a log trailer. There we go. The Lizard Tri-Axle Log Trailer by Hallbilt MFG HAM. Next, we've got the Herculano HP. This is by fvgato. 1.72 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. This will carry 28 bales, square or round. You'll find it under Bale loaders. Just in one, 19 grand, that's all. We have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, and back again. You have without frame, toolbox one side, toolbox both sides, toolbox and frame, without frame. So there's no option to have the frame without the toolbox or toolboxes. You have to have those, apparently. Auto load, yes or no. So you don't have to have an auto load trailer. You can have it as a regular old trailer if you want to. Then rim colour, we've got silver, black or white. License plate option 2. So when you've got your bales, now this again, like most if not all auto load trailers, you cannot mix and match bales. It will allow you to put on various different bale sizes, but you can't mix and match them normally. So operating position, loads on our 28, so at the bottom right it says 100%, so that is full. There are no straps on this, so you transport it as it is. Everything's good in the world and you will smile a lot. Then when you get to where you're going, unload bales, and then we move them. We can go up a fair way, down, we can go side to side, either side of the trailer. Some only let you unload one side, this you can go both sides. Whatever you want to do, it's entirely up to you. And then we drop it down to where we want to be, unload here, and down go the bales. Neat, tidy, does the job. The Herculano HP by fvgato. Next we have got, oh yeah, over here we've got the Mahindra. This is the Mahindra Retriever Plus. As you can see by the trailers, I love the options for the camo schemes on this. It's brilliant. This is 9.74 megabytes download, 11 slots on console. It's by Rowdy Christie 1 VSR Modding Sur. As you can see from the Retriever, there's quite a few options. I just love the various different colour schemes. Anyway, we'd also have a set of trailers that comes with this. We've got the ANS 1900. We've got the ANS 1900 Deposit 3,600 litre. That will take most liquids, including canola oil, olive oil, all those kind of things as well. And we've got this one, the Auto Load. This is the the ANS 1900 Auto Load, and this will take all of your production, all factory products, as you can see there, 6,000 litres worth. These boxes will appear as it starts loading, 2,000 litres for each box. So there'll be 6,000 litres on there. I think I put flour in that one, as far as I recall. So, options on this. Under vehicles and cars. Price is the same as the standard Retriever, but on the back we've got capacity 460 or 1,380. That's quite a leap up. Again, I do like that. It's good having capacity on there. Without vinyl, camouflage 1, 2, 3, 4. Without vinyl again. If you want to go a bit of urban camo or a bit of Gucci flage, I think it's referred to, these ones. If we go back to regular, that one there without vinyl, barrier, that puts a cage over the top, so you can have the cage or not, it's up to you. Attaches, standard or 3-point link on the back. Now, if you haven't got a camouflage, you can change the main colour, obviously it will change the main colour. If you've got a camouflage option, the main colour won't do anything. It will stay as a camouflage option. Design colour, let's go for something different. We'll change the framework and the chassis, the roll cage and the chassis. Colour plastics, let's go for a blue, light blue, so that all stands out. And then inside colour, let's go for a green, so we can see everything. Then rim colour. So yeah, if you want to really colour coordinate, you can, and you can just pick whatever you want. There's no license plate option on that. And then if we go to our trailers, that's where you should find. If I'm in the right place. Yes, there we go. So 3,500 for the base model. We can have it as a Bale trailer, 1,600 litre, 3,200 litre. Then you can have without vinyl, vinyl one, then the camouflage options, so you can again mix and match whatever you want, or you can change the main colour to fit whatever you want it to be. Also rim colour. That one, 3,500 again without vinyl, colour options all pretty much the same. 3,600 litre, and as it says down there, it takes pretty much everything. Great. I think I've got grape juice in my one, but it will do fuel and liquid herbicide and fertiliser and all the rest of it. And then the auto load, also 3,500. Again, same with the colour options. There's no options on the back on that. It just will pick up whatever you want. So what we'll do with this one, it does have straps, as you can see. I went for the 3-point link. So 6,000 litres, and if I want to unload this, there we go. That's 4 of them. There's the other 2. I think it needs to load up from the rear, but it makes it a nice versatile trailer. That's interesting. How have I lost some somewhere? What happened there? I haven't put it in the back, have I? What happened? I've lost some. I've no idea how. Oh well. That's peculiar. And like I say, I'm pretty sure I put grape juice in this one. No, apparently that's empty. That's a worry. I definitely put grape juice in that. Something has happened there, and yeah, just be aware of that. I haven't saved the game or left it or anything like that. Anyway, that in itself is brilliant. I mean, that on its own I would be happy as Larry with that, but yeah, we've got trailers to come with it too. Next, we have got the Mack 4x2 pack by AgroTron Modding. 17.32 megabytes download. We've got 17 slots and 4 slots. These are they. Nicely detailed. A few options on these as well. So, these you'll find under vehicles and trucks. If we scroll across, there we go. 75 grand for the Pinnacle 4.4x2 and the Anthem 4x2. Also 75 grand. Options on these. We can have day cab or day cab with fairing. If you have the day cab with fairing and then pick beacons, you can see them. If I go like that and then we go yes on the beacon, design one, no. It's behind there. It's just the fairing hides it. So the beacon will flash, but it'll flash out behind if you want. Engine setup, we've got 425 horsepower, 455, 505. Those are your engine horsepowers. Then we've got wheel setup, standard. Let's back up a little bit. Standard 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to standard again. Main colour, anything on that palette. Rim colour. There's a few like silver and black and chrome and things like that on here if you want to. And then your regular colour palette, and there's a license plate option too. If we go to the Anthem, same thing, day cab, day cab premium. But if you go for hang on, yeah, design 1 and 2 is the mirrors on the bonnet, yes or no. Beacons, you can have 1 or 2 on this one, which the other one you couldn't. But again, if you put the fairing on, they are still there, they're just hidden by the fairing. Engine, I'm pretty sure on this one is the same, 454555505. Yep. Wheel setup is the same, colour's the same. Topping. As you can see, beacons are there, just hidden away. Options are the same on both of these as well. Under L1 and right stick up and down does that. R1, right stick up and down does that. And then we've also got, I don't know if you can see inside here, we've got the sunshade comes down. L1, R1, left stick side to side, which one does that do? There we go, does that. Right stick side to side, does the right window, see that going up and down. And then left stick side to side, I don't know if you can see that, but that window's going, there we go, up and down. Like so. Nice and tidy inside. Lights on or off. £51 mph. Lovely. The Mack 4x2 pack by AgroTron Modding. Which brings me on to this, and this is beautiful. I love this. I know I say it's beautiful. I think it's just awesome. It looks a little bit ugly, I guess, but very, very cool. The MAN TGS Special by HR Forst and Bale. 20.06 megabytes download, 19 slots each. There are 2 of these. There's a double axle and triple axle. This is obviously the triple. Obviously there's the more official term. But these, the cab lifts and rotates. You often see them with forestry equipment, often with wood chippers, things like that. But you can get them for all sorts of agricultural work as well. Also found under trucks. The 4x4 and 6x4, 2 axle and 3 axle, you know what I mean? 130 grand for each, which is pretty cool. The options on both are exactly the same. I'll show you on the 6x4. Front window decal, no or yes. Then we've got the option of Trelleborg, Continental, BKT, Nokian, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborg got standard and a wide. Under Continental, just that one. Under BKT, just that one. Under Nokian, the TR12s, Ground King, or Forest King F2. I think I went for that. Pretty sure I did. You got flashing lights, yes or no. Bull bar, no. Yes. Design 1, Design 2, Design 3 adds the flashing lights on or off, as well as the fog lights. Attachers, standard, or you can have a rear attacher, which makes it, again, very versatile, especially for agricultural work. Then engine setup, we've got a 500 horsepower, 640, or an 880 horsepower. Bull bar, colour, anthracite, stainless steel, chrome. Chassis colour, anything on that palette, and there are a load to choose from. Decal colour, if you've gone for decal, like this on there, let's change that to yellow, for example. Seat colour, I go for a beige, make it stand out a little bit. Rim colour, again, anything on this palette, let's go for, I don't know why I went for pink, and a license plate option 2. So, let's jump in, start it up. So, lighting first, let's go through the lights, then onto that, then onto that. That's bonkers, but very, very cool. So if you are working L1, R1, change direction like that, this will drive at the same speed with the cab reversed. So this will go up to 50 odd miles an hour. So it's a bit getting used to. But very cool. And then we have got the option, what were the options on this? I can't remember now. We've got under L1 and right stick side to side. Oh, it's the door, there we go. That one there, so we do the door. L1 and R1 and right stick side to side moves the fifth wheel. So you can bring it forward or backwards depending on what you're hauling. beacons. So if you've gone for the flashes, interior nice and tidy. It's brilliant. I think because it's so different, it just really stands out from stuff we've had before, I suppose. It just appeals to the weird streak in me, I guess. I don't know. There we go. So that's the MAN TGS by HR Forst and Bale. Next up, we've got this. This is the Rosselmash Acros 595, 26.12 megabytes download, 15 slots on console. The header is 5 slots, 7 meters wide. This is by Pushcap. This is 9,000 litre capacity harvester. There aren't too many options on this, actually. This was, I'm trying to think what version we got this in. Was it 15 or 17? I can't remember now. But if we go along to our harvesters and across the end, it's not too expensive either. 214 grand for a 9,000 litre capacity. We've got the option of Trelleborg, Continental, Michelin, VertexDezign, BKT, back to Trelleborg again. I did like the BKTs. I think that's what I went for in the end. Then we've got to change the rim colour. We've got white or grey. Well, I say grey, it's like a matte, maybe slightly silver. License plate option 2. Those are the options on that. And then if we go to our headers, right on the end, we've got the Rosselmash PowerStream 700, 36 grand, 7 meters wide. No options on that, you get it just as it is. Let's hop in, start it up. So, lights. I think it's got a new lighting package on it. That seems to be, well, it seems to me it has. Beacons. If we fold the harvester, that's how it usually comes, just like that. Fold it up, unfold. Turn the lights off and the beacons off. Pipe out. Now header, we can raise and lower the reel and bring it forwards and backwards as well. I mean, like I said, that's fairly standard with headers, but it's always worth having a look because, yeah, you never know. Interior as well, nice. It's all got one of those sort of lean. I quite like that. I know sometimes it can make you feel a bit sick when you're doing certain things, but it kind of gives you a more immersive feel to it. You might just imagine that. Nicely made, nicely detailed, good price for a pretty good capacity. I say 9,000 litres for 200 and something grand. It's not going to break the bank. Fantastic. The Rosselmash Acros 595 by Pushcap, which brings me on to, I think, the last of the mods for today. I hope I have got this right today. The Deutz D06 series by Blauer, 13.39 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. This you'll find under vehicles, under small tractors. On the end there, so 17 grand. Options on this, we've got standard, 200 kilogram front weight, cabin with 200 kilogram front weight if you wish. Wheel brand, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, VertexDezign, back again. We've got, I'm not going to get on, this has got a few, so under Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, VertexDezign, back to Trelleborg. So if you want a narrow tyre, you want the Trelleborg, because that's the only one that has the narrow on it. Engine setup 52 horsepower, 55 horsepower, 62 horsepower, or 82 horsepower. The D6206 pumped. Main colour, we've got a green, we've got a light green, and then we've got a dark green. Rim colour, we've got a kind of, I suppose, a worn red, grey or black, and then license plate option on there too. We'll hop in, start her up. I don't think we've got any doors or windows on this one. There's our horn, there's our lights, there's no beacons. It's just a nice little Deutz. Did I say Deutz? No, I did say Deutz T06, didn't I? Yeah, it's the Deutz. Before it became Deutz. Oh. Interior, fairly sparse, but it would be. It's an old tractor. Visibility is pretty good. You sit. It feels like you're sitting quite a long way back, but I guess you're not. And there you go. That's it. I've now just got to hope I've got my timings right and I can edit this properly. That's the Deutz D06 series by Blauer. We have got a map. I'm not sure if we're going to get onto the map tour. I say map. It's the event map by Razak. It's a series of challenges and things on it, so not a standard map as you might expect, but the event map by Razak came out today as well. And also part of the updates, it's just popped up. The Precision Farming DLC by Giant Software has had an update too. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.